Amazon yanks the Apple TV and Chromecast from its site. Tinder launches the SuperLike feature to the world. Third-party app Tweetbot 4.0 is still better than Twitter, and more. It's Thursday, October 1st, and this is Crunch Report. Amazon has confirmed that it will no longer allow the sales of some competing media players, including Apple TV and Chromecast, even the new Chromecast. In an email to its marketplace sellers, the company stressed that no new product listings would be allowed and any remaining inventory would be removed from the site on October 29th. In a statement to TechCrunch, Amazon explained, quote, "Over the last 3 years, Prime Video has become an important part of Prime. It's important that the streaming media players we sell interact well with Prime Video in order to avoid customer confusion. Roku, Xbox, PlayStation, and Fire TV are excellent choices." Now the thing is, Prime Video works on both Apple and Google's mobile OSs, so this seems like an offensive move on Amazon's part rather than something to keep up with. And as TechCrunch's Sarah Perez points out, the Chromecast SDK is designed so that anyone can make their app for iOS or Android or even a web app available on Chromecast because it's open. So that means Amazon has no restrictions on building for Chromecast from Google's side. It has just chosen not to. Sounds like they want to push their own inventory a little bit. BioDigital, a 3D human body modeling startup that's based in New York, is now releasing its API to the public. So, what does that mean for you and me? Well, the company has already worked with more than 100 organizations in all sectors of healthcare to tailor its virtual human body, which includes 7,000 objects modeled by hand to specific use cases. Now, the National Institute of Health uses BioDigital's data to map bacteria in the body. A nonprofit called MyFace uses BioDigital's virtual human so doctors worldwide can learn how to perform cleft palate operations. So now, with a public API, more developers can use BioDigital to visualize their health data. And according to the latest Pew report, patients want this information too. The report says 72% of internet users searched for health information online in the past 12 months. And 77% of those people most often just Googled the health information themselves, which, as you know, is very dangerous and usually leads to a self-diagnosis of a brain tumor. Now, developers can personalize the BioDigital human by integrating their own data, their movement data collected by wearables, health record data, all sorts of stuff. And hopefully, we'll all know a little bit more about what's going on under the hood because of these tools. I've got great news for people who prefer to flirt using specific social media tools. Tinder has globally launched the SuperLike. We mentioned it a few weeks ago when it was still in beta in Australia. The company now says users who are using SuperLike have a 3x likelihood of finding a match. Now a reminder, SuperLike lets you tell a certain potential match that you found on the app more assertively that you're interested beyond just a casual right swipe, and it doesn't require a mutual like from both parties. Tinder won't say what the average length of a conversation is inside the app, but it does say conversations that start with a SuperLike tend to last an average of 70% longer than regular conversations. Tinder co-founder and CEO Sean Rad tells TechCrunch that SuperLike has seen a surprising amount of engagement from women in Australia and has yielded more conversions to Tinder Plus in that market. For people who don't want to pay, regular users will receive 1 SuperLike per day. Tinder Plus users can extend that to 5 SuperLikes per day. I almost don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. Let's move on. As a daily Twitter user, I haven't actually used a Twitter client, the web app, or the Twitter app in years because I prefer Tweetbot. That's a third-party app that doesn't have ads and lets me mute people without unfollowing them, mute hashtags and keywords I don't want to see. I think it's just generally laid out better than the native Twitter app. Tweetbot 4.0 is a new universal app from the company Tapbots that makes it, that works for both the iPhone and the iPad. Although if you're already a Tweetbot user, you have to buy it again. It's a completely new app for $9.99, although on sale now for $4.99. So I bought it, and I like it. But it's probably most strikingly different as the new iPad app, where split view is now possible with iOS 9. Tweetbot also now uses the new Safari View controller for links, so you can use content blockers, Safari extensions, and more. You can also switch between the existing day and night themes by swiping up and down with 2 fingers, kind of like a light switch. It's a nice touch. The iPhone also supports landscape mode now. I would never want to read Twitter this way, but it does make it more browser-like. It's another option. You know, it always surprised me that Twitter didn't do more to shut down Tweetbot, given Tweetbot's popularity and the fact that it's ad-free. But with a new Twitter CEO in place any day now, I wouldn't be surprised to see this issue re-examined. Snapchat's new selfie lenses already let users add animated effects to their face, like a rainbow vomit or a monster. It's silly, but it's fun, especially since Snapchat's user base skews so young. But what if those users could also choose from a branded effect, like, say, make themselves a character from Iron Man 4? The Financial Times reports today that Snapchat is getting ready to launch a new advertising format that will allow brands, like Marvel in the case of Iron Man, or maybe McDonald's, to pay up to $750,000 for a peak day to let Snapchatters use custom effects on themselves and then, of course, send these pictures and videos to friends. It is a great idea for a viral advertising tool and a way to get around the fact that in-app purchases aren't always easy to sell to a younger audience. Snapchat is currently experimenting with the ability to replay more than one snap for free a day and sells packs of 3 extra replays for $1. But sponsored lenses actually scan a sender's face, and the result is always unique and kind of a thrill to at least try. Charging a pretty penny for brands to integrate themselves into the Snapchat experience, that sounds like a pretty smart way for Snapchat to collect some serious money. And that is the report for today. I'm Sarah Lane. Crunch Report airs Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, right here on TechCrunch.com. Thanks for being here. We'll see you tomorrow.